At Bellarmine University, it will be hard to tell the past from the present tonight. Knights fans have already gotten a taste with Bellarmine back on campus at Knights Hall for the first time in 5 years. Now a matchup with Bellarmine's old Division II nemesis, Southern Indiana. Here we go. Kurt Hof wins the tip. Kenyon Gooden, the redshirt freshman, in his first career start at point guard for the Knights.
Bellarmine starts out their traditional motion offense, high ball screen, 2 scissor cuts off of it.
It's a high screen for Hof, looking for Johnson coming off the screen. Smith on the drive, and the shot clock to 10. Hof baseline drifts. Extra pass. Look at this ball movement to Karasinski, rolls out.
Great look. You'll take those all night long if you're Bellarmine.
Bellarmine shot 33% from 3 against VMI in a loss by 5 on Saturday. Knights 0-2 this year. Starting 5 for USI. It is a brand new Screaming Eagles team with 11 newcomers this season and 2 returning starters, Jack Campion and Jack Milkey. Off glass, no for Stephen Aloni, the sophomore transfer from VMI.
You can see already, just looking at Bellarmine's offense, the cuts are crisp, they're fast. It's going to lead to looks like that.
Second try for Karasinski. Go, and USI resets with Cody. Johnson cut him off. In the corner, it's intercepted by Gooden.
You got to look for shooters spotting up here.
Johnson fires and connects. Couple of games in, 0 for 5 from deep, but no doubt he's their best three-point shooter. Former Kentucky Mr. Basketball from Lexington Catholic. 2 come for Randall late, and it's a foul. Scott Davenport and that Bellarmine staff saying, stay straight up. What's the best way to defend that if you're Bellarmine?
You just got to stay connected. It's all communication. You got to
play offense.
Absolutely.
And Randall rattles home the second. McKinney, a really strong on-ball defender. Fun matchup with him and Campion. Off the switch, he dishes. And a foul on the three-point try from Harrison. 3 free throws coming for the transfer from Tallahassee State College. Harrison has had a and hits the first 2.
And USI just
very well could be 3-0, or at least 2-1 at this point. 2 for 3 at the line. Overtime losses to DePaul on the road, and Chris Holtman's debut as the head coach there in Chicago. Also an overtime loss in their home opener against a good Bucknell team.
And I watched the game against Marshall, and they were right there in the first half, and they had multiple guys getting foul trouble, and it kind of got away from them late.
That is crafty from Johnson. He's got
of the fakes and showing the ball, getting the defender out of position. You know,
something that really developed for Johnson last year.
Absolutely, and it's all footwork. It is all footwork. You don't have to be a big guy to have good footwork inside. One of Bellarmine's best big guys, their best inside scorers, was Dylan Penn a couple years ago, and he was unbelievable in the post, and he's 6'3".
He would post up guards all the time when Bellarmine won an ASUN championship a few years back. Aloni with the left.
Great move. Bellarmine can't afford Ben Johnson to get in foul trouble tonight.
Scott Davenport not happy with the referees after that last sequence. Aloni on the baseline. Bellarmine walls up, can't do anything about it.
He's went to the hoop 3 times, and all 3 times he's used USI, starting to get some of those paint touches.
Spreading the floor, looking for one-on-ones. Here's Randall.
Here's that weave we talked about.
Nice deflection from Tyler Doyle, the freshman. In the paint, tough shot and a foul late in the shot clock to bail him out. Hung, coming over Christmas break as well. Aloni continues to attack the rim. Bellarmine's had no answer. Karasinski in the post, coming off 24 on Saturday. Muscling his way past Harrison and found his spot.
That's huge for Bellarmine. As much as we talked about USI getting paint touch.
McKinney whips it inside. Doyle outside. Whitaker cut off, shot clock under 10. Bellarmine patient here. It's McKinney attacking the hole, leans in and got the roll.
Good patience there by Dez. Didn't just settle for the 15-foot jumper, just put his shoulder down, went right to the rim.
Starter this year, came off the bench most of last season in his first year with Bellarmine, coming over from North Dakota State, where he played his first 3 years.
He's their best defender, too.
Milky knocks it down.
You can't be surprised when he lifts and shoots a three.
Got to close that airspace, right?
The attempt sometimes with those guys is good. You can't even let them get the shot off.
Karasinski off the mark. Campion running the break. Kick out. Dunham, 3-ball. Yes! Branson defending Campion. He's got the quickness mismatch. Split from Randall. On the attack. Got it and one.
Strong play. He's a three-level, a night for them to be, in and winning these type of games.
And a staple of Bellarmine's offense. Part of the reason they went viral a couple of years back. That ball is always popping. He wants to see it pop more. Here's Smith fading and hitting.
Great possession.
Really well, considering they practiced here. Even when they played at Freedom Hall, they always practiced at Knights Hall. So very familiar rims that they get to play on every game now. Here's the hook from Horuk.
Three-point shot goes and flows. I think most people probably.
21-14 after the 2 from Horuk. Watkins drives up and under, 4-2. Oh, that was pretty.
Fancy little finish there.
Brings some bounce from Pasadena City College in Texas, rather Southern Cal.
But if you're Bellarmine, you can't let missing shots affect the way you play on this side of the end.
Right to Watkins. On the break himself. And finishes. Harrison, no. Horuk through 4 Bellarmine bodies, lost it.
Wide open pass, there it is.
Branson, no, but a foul.
It's amazing what stops can do for you. Just how.
Dylan Branson transfer from SEMO. Brings some versatility at 6'5". 1 for him.
First one doesn't go in, second one goes in. As long as they're good looks, you got to keep shooting. And they have been. There's not one forced.
Really nice cut from Watkins. Karasinski found it. It's down 6. Tie game. Out of the weave, Randall striding, hanging, and hitting. That was athletic. Johnson passed it.
He should have shot that.
Watkins had it blocked late in the shot clock.
It's a little bit just trigger shy for Ben after missing a couple, but that was a good look, and they weren't going to get a better shot than him shooting a wide open three.
Cody with his opening 3. Takeaway for Branson. Johnson curls in for 2.
Sometimes the outside shot isn't going.
Screen, Johnson collects. Re-screen for Hull. Whip it out for Doyle. Driving with under 10. Bounce pass McKinney.
Good movement here for Bellarmine.
Smith, tough shot, got it. And Bellarmine's.
Averaging 16.5, one of the keys of the game. Bellarmine's 5 assists, 3 turnovers. We'll see if that number can stay to that 2-to-1 ratio. Good for Bellarmine. If it's closer to 1-to-1, bad for Bellarmine.
Good finish for Campion to retake the lead. Side, Aloni the touch pass.
Aloni had those 6 early points. Hasn't scored since. See if they can get him going again.
Both guarding him. Extra pass, Washington. Yes!
Good Bellarmine running a little X scissor cut off the inbound. Denied well by USI.
Off the cross, McKinney rises and hits. He's got
lost inside position, fought for it.
Johnson fires this time and connects. Boy, did he need that, and Bellarmine's in front.
Two-man game between Randall, number 2, and number 12.
It's Cody. Coming off the screen, Milky. Cody fires, Randall open 3. Aloni going for it, and he was out of bounds when he touched it.
If you're USI, you take that door, pick the fade.
Bellarmine a chance for the final shot, and they'll call the timeout with 9.9. Both teams struggling from three here in the first half. Bellarmine 4 for 15, and USI.
We have a back action for a pick and pop for probably number 11, Billy Smith.
McKinney driving, 5 seconds.
Yep, covered well by USI.
Goes to Gooden, rolls off right before the buzzer. But Bellarmine leads by 1 at the break.
Pretty dead even half of basketball right there. Where USI, double Bellarmine, double the post, they turned it over. I think some of that had some impact, so we'll see that turnover game, how that impacts, in the second half. If USI can limit some of those turnovers in first possession, we see exactly what we're talking about.
Got one themselves, an early mo in the second half off the lay-in from Randall.
Absolutely not what you want to see in the first possession for Bellarmine, but Coach went in, Coach Gerard said, we're going to pressure. We're not going to let easy passes, easy cuts, and we're going to make Bellarmine feel uncomfortable on offense.
They tried the back cut with Johnson. Ends up with Smith for 3.
And that's how you defend pressure.
2-point lead for the Knights. Led by 1 at halftime. Slip for Aloni. Hof down and shovels it off. Johnson dodges the pressure.
3 on 2.
On the break. Stop and pop. Floater. No. Tip from Hof. No. Karasinski. Yes, and 1.
There's Kurt Hof right there. The stat that doesn't show up. Keeping the ball alive leads to a teammate getting.
So it hasn't been one guy that's beaten Bellarmine so far. Free throw miss for Karasinski. Will settle for a 4-point lead. Randall posting and hitting off the fade.
Just looks so familiar to an old.
Off the cross. Back to Cody.
Got the switch they wanted.
7 on the timer. Nearly a travel into the corner. Washington fouled right at the shot clock. Smith is still a growing process. He even talked about his days at Miami, Ohio. These are some of the finer points to really take his defensive game to a new level. Elite.
Size, rebounding, passing. Like I said, everybody's working on something.
Smith away for the ball here. Karasinski backing in.
Great move.
Shot fake and got the foul as Aloni rotated over.
Discipline, stay down. It's just funny here. Branson checking in, 3 fouls. He's big catalyst for Bellarmine to take out Karasinski here.
And Smith calmly brings it up the floor. Bellarmine can make it a 2-possession game here. Hof will go to work. That's too easy with his left.
Both these big guys.
And the rebound to Hof. Branson on the break. Accelerating. And now looking for a pass. Tyler Doyle, the freshman. Yes! His first bucket.
We just talk free throws every year.
Well, Nick, circling back to last game. Marshall had 50 free throws against USI. It has been a problem. Karasinski got it. Had to hang and hit. 10-point lead for the Knights.
USI to be able to pick that up for us and our fans.
That's a good idea. No, it's a difficult call to make and judge. Watkins, drive and kick, Karasinski. Yes! What a swing!
Humongous swing on them.
Campion, no. Rebound, Branson. This thing is getting away quickly.
And Branson just comes out of nowhere. An energetic bunny out there.
6 rebounds now.
What a pass.
Karasinski, the beneficiary. Trying to change the vibe of the game, which is totally shifted to Bellarmine. Doyle being hounded.
Ooh.
Off the hands of Johnson, another turnover.
I don't think they're going to get away from this one. This one should be a layup.
And it is with Harrison.
Made it a little interesting.
Randall sidestep off the heel. Johnson the bat right to Doyle.
Couple shots in there for Randall. He wish he had back. He usually makes those.
Karasinski one-on-one off the break. Bellarmine scores.
So push the pace. Get into transition. You're getting good looks in transition.
Johnson can do well in the posts here.
See if he gets into his bag.
Fade away. Oh, that's pretty from Johnson.
Last time he kind of went up and under twice, got the foul.
They were up just 1 at halftime. Totally taken control. Inside for Smith. Hof was flashing, and Smith takes the left.
Bellarmine shooting almost 70% in the second half to USI's 28.
They have outscored USI 25-7 in the second half. Nearly a steal. Shovel off Aloni for the jam.
See if that gets him going when to get back in this game.
That's his first bucket since early in the first half. He had those opening 6. USI looked good. Totally quiet since then. Here's a steal.
This is how else they will get back in the game.
Lob, Aloni for the alley-oop. 2 jams. Really shoot it from deep. 4th turnover for Bellarmine on 4 straight possessions. And Cody cashes in. 11-3 in that department right now. And Cody, a 12-point game, 56-44. And Hacker gives it away once again. I think that's 6 straight turnovers.
6 turnovers in the last 5 minutes for Bellarmine. They had 4 turnovers in the first 25 minutes. Did they take their foot off, and it's like, you can't stop. USI is talented. They've been in every game they've played this year. And they're going to pressure you, and you have to win the games. You just don't let the clock run out. You got to go win the games.
Scott Davenport wanted a foul, and he got it on. All taken into consideration, and they missed the 1-and-1.
Big possession here for USI. Can they knock down their first 3?
Essentially another turnover.
Yeah.
Harrison. Fouled and 1.
And we have a ball game.
It is a 12-0 run.
It's the 3rd foul for Bellarmine.
Coming into this game, didn't play much late in the first board.
Get a stop, too. That would help.
Washington through Johnson. Foul call with Johnson straight up.
USI, I would say more for Bellarmine turning the ball over. We kind of said the first half it was going back and forth. Now USI's got off the mat.
Now making a big charge here. Hard screen from Hope. Gooden now hounded, trying to get out of trouble, and a foul. That was frantic. Looked like they could handle anything.
Gotta make your free throws. And the turnovers not getting in the flow. And it's almost like it was easy passes. They just threw the sideline. They were getting tipped.
Back to 7. And just over 6 to play. Both teams going for their first win of the year. First meeting in the Division I era. Randall, yes!
Possession game, or can you race out and keep some cushion?
Harrison downhill over Johnson, no. And Gooden collects. Branson down, now standing. And Gooden fouled as he crosses the timeline.
He should not have done that.
Continues to be 1-and-1 for Bellarmine, and Gooden's 3 for 3 minutes from Louisville. 4 for 4.
Big free throws there. I feel like Bellarmine was able to take a little bit of a breath. It stymied a little bit of that run from USI.
2-possession game. Branson called for his 4th. Nothing. And 2 for 2, back to 4.
Which I like. Karasinski's been quiet a little bit lately.
When Bellarmine made its run, he was involved.
I think everybody's been quiet for Bellarmine offensively the last 6 minutes or so.
Better ball movement. Doyle got it. Knights needed it. Second 3 for Doyle, the first 2 of his career. Foul inside.
They got it on Gooden.
And he's saying, I didn't do anything.
That's a tough.
For big man, no surprise here. And the first free throw, good. Pretty good.
I think Bellarmine wants to sprint up this in transition.
USI can make it a 1-possession game.
Another switch inside. Bellarmine's got to come with a double.
And Aloni rotates past it. Tip out, race for the ball. Harrison got to it. Collects, fast break. Blocked by Karasinski. USI wanted a foul. They end up with the ball. USI will reset, down by 3. Washington foul.
That's a foul.
Yes, so guys, USI really likes what they're doing. As we said earlier, they for frustration has set in a little bit with the Knights, whereas USI, the vibes were really, really good.
Branson blocked, tipped up to USI, and Campion fouled.
He's at 5 on Branson. You put a good free throw shooter at the line.
77% last year. For the second half, it looked gone. Short. Hope at the box out, and back to Bellarmine. Half of runs so far. Who makes the final one? 2.5 to play.
USI is on a 26-8 run since Bellarmine opened up its largest lead of the game at 17.
Smith had a set shot. Hope the putback.
Big rebound by the veteran.
He was a starter on the ASUN title team a few years ago for Bellarmine. Clutch play.
Bellarmine's hanging around. They're leading the boards by 2. One of the things we thought, Bellarmine can hang around inside. Kurt Host making sure that they do.
Back to 3. 2 to go. Randall stepping, hanging, got it. He is a monster going to the rack.
Des McKinney was in perfect position to take the charge. And Jalen Randall just hop-stepped around him and just made an incredible finish.
6'5" and long. Back to 1. The freshman Doyle playing big minutes down the stretch.
So you got to play defense without fouling here. He's
inside to Hof. Lefty's good. 2 Hawkins now on the floor for Bellarmine. Here comes Randall. Lost it. McKinney. It's a foul going the other way. McKinney is lightning quick. It's 2 free throws coming for him. Johnson defending. Caused him to lose it. And McKinney hits the first at the 2. 5-point game. Big possession for USI.
Yep, they're going to have to go fast.
Harrison deflected. He was looking for Washington.
USI is going to play a little bit of that weave like we saw in the first half. Was one of those guys fine?
Back to Campion. High screen. Mismatch with Hope. Campion spinning, leaning, rolls home. Huge bucket.
Big time finish. That was good defense by Kurt Hope.
Not much he could do. Offensive foul. Campion, the senior guard, drew it and no time comes off.
And if you're USI, you'll probably try to want to get 42 matched up on one of your guards like the last possession. Here we go.
Campion back to it. Drive and kick. 3 for the tie.
It's all Campion.
It is Randall off the feed from Campion.
Bellarmine, he's got to settle down here. You're going to get a 2 for 1.
Lots of time left. Tie ball game. Bellarmine was just up 5. Timeout, Scott Davenport. USI will just rein in at Knights all. Here we go.
Big trust for Bellarmine having Doyle in. It's the freshman.
10 to shoot. Watkins cut off. Bounce to Johnson. Shot clock at 5. Johnson, cross, dishes, Doyle. Over the backboard and back to Southern Indiana. Had an open look. Both teams in the double bonus.
USI is kind of pretty much playing their 5-guard lineup.
And a timeout for USI.
It's 36-4. USI is in the same boat.
Here we go. Shot clock off. 69 apiece. Both teams going for their first win of the year. Campion. 5 seconds. Campion rises. Yes! 1.4. McKinney from half court. No! Jack Campion delivers the first win for USI.
What a game. Good defense by Bellarmine, better shot by Campion. He made all the plays down the end. 3-point play, he had the assist on, calls his own number there when he gets the switch. That's the switch we were talking about, you know, instead of Hope, it was Doyle. Wasn't bad defense, better offense.
He could create his own shot or something for his teammates when they needed it down the stretch. What a comeback. 71-69.